Okay, it is Monday, Memorial Day, about noon. Definitely getting a later start. I had to do some running around to get some connection pieces to fix that ground. The ground strap that's coming off that sender that comes with the new tank has got a pretty big ring iron. The one we had, a screw and washer we had, wouldn't ground that very good. So anyway, we got that taken care of. And I don't think the time lapse is going to come up for last night when we were working with that tank. That was quite a struggle. The straps were not fitting correctly. We couldn't get that bolt started on the end of the J hooks. It took a lot of effort, but we got it done. Worked till about 8:30, so now the tank is strapped in there. We've got an extra long line on the fuel, the rubber fuel line, because we still have to decide what to do with that metal fuel line that runs along the frame, since it's going to be, actually ideally it'd be 6.5 inches shorter. But I guess the choice is either we cut that fuel line and then bend it to fit, or else just bend it and just leave the extra slack under there. So besides hooking up the fuel line and hooking up the ground strap and putting fuel in there, I think we're pretty much done. Now Jose might want to do some work on that gas filler. I'm going to turn that around and show you what the story is on that. Okay, we are pretty much done. The gas tank is installed, and some of the finishing touches were the ground strap, which was a little bit short. We had to make it go to the side or the bottom of the frame instead of the side like it was. But then we put external tooth washer to dig into the metal. Of course, we sanded that back in there, and then like fender washer, lock washer, and then like a sheet metal screw. And that was long enough. We didn't end up changing the end at all. So the fuel line was, of course, going to be a little bit longer. And so what we did was just bend it and got a rubber hose to curl it around. So we didn't cut or shorten that at all. And then the other thing I wanted to make mention of is where the cross member landed in relationship to these body holes here. Now you can see, and I believe all the VCVs have this, all the first gens. You can see the corner that ended up going how far in to that. And that's a good way to look and see if yours is about in the right spot. Of course, measuring is recommended. But there's again extra check before you start hitting it with a welder. And on the other side, about the same thing. So that's about it. We've got a couple of issues that we still have to deal with. One of them is these mufflers are both hanging now since we cut the back part of it, of the exhaust systems off. And where is Rob Cleland when you need him? How come Extreme Exhaust does not go mobile and drive from Fairfield, California, all the way down to Thousand Oaks? Rob, what is up with that? So anyway, we're pretty much good to go. And the only reason we're not putting some fuel in it and driving it away is because we're still gonna probably deal with this whole gas filler issue around here. Got a little bit of rot. There was some packing in of crud, mud, that kind of stuff. So we'd like to do something with that before we fill it up with fuel. So other than that, we're gonna call it good. The sun finally came out. It's a wonderful Memorial Day. And there is a concert in the park at 5 o'clock. So perfect time for a lunch. We're gonna go get a sub sandwich and see if we can catch that concert in the park. Right, Jose?
That's right. Break.
Let's do it.